Welcome. We're doing a deep dive today into, well, a really complex situation unfolding in Kolkata, trying to cut through some of the noise.
Absolutely. There's a lot going on, especially with communal tensions rising as West Bengal looks towards the 2026 elections.
Sure, and we've got some recent analysis here dated April 2025 that gives us a snapshot, protests, political moves, even some internal party issues.
Exactly. So our goal really is to unpack the main drivers of Kolkata's current political climate based on this information. What's critical, what maybe stands out.
Okay, let's jump straight in. The Waqf Amendment Act 2025, this seems central.
It really is. Its passage has sparked, well, serious unrest, violent protests in Murshidabad, also Kolkata. Tragically, 3 deaths reported.
And the core disagreement is?
It's fundamentally different perspectives. You have Muslim groups alleging discrimination, fearing they'll lose control over managing Waqf properties' religious endowments. But then the BJP frames it totally differently. They argue it's needed reform for better land management, more transparency.
And this isn't just like a local dispute. It's escalated, right? State versus the center.
Precisely. Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has drawn a line. She's refusing to implement the act in West Bengal.
Calling it divisive, I believe.
Yes, divisive. And she's accusing the BJP of deliberately trying to polarize things before the elections.
Okay, so a direct confrontation there. And the courts are involved now, too.
They are. The Supreme Court is looking into it, even considering a stay order.
On the whole act.
Specifically focusing, it seems, on this walk by user clause. There are concerns it could be misused, which would, really change how these properties are handled.
Got it. So that's the act itself. Now, broadening out, the 2026 elections are casting a long shadow.
Definitely intensifying things. Look at the BJP stance. Leader of opposition Suvendu Adhikari is calling for president's rule.
President's rule, that's a pretty drastic step, isn't it? Allows the central government to take over state administration.
It is, yeah. Often justified by citing a breakdown of law and order. Adhikari's argument hinges on claims of state-backed violence and suppressing Hindu voters.
So, a very strong accusation. And the TMC strategy, Mamata Banerjee.
Well, it looked like a clear effort to consolidate the Muslim vote. That's about 30% of the population in West Bengal. A significant base.
Right.
So her promise is to protect Waqf properties, plus offering quite substantial compensation to riot victims, 10 lakh rupees per family, points strongly in that direction.
Interesting. And what about other parties? Is Congress weighing in?
They are, yeah. But they're kind of pointing fingers at both sides.
Oh.
Their take is that these communal tensions are, and this is their word, pre-planned, blaming both TMC and BJP.
So everyone's accusing everyone else, basically. Paints a picture of a really fractured political scene.
And the situation on the ground reflects that tension, unfortunately. Central forces had to be deployed in Murshidabad after a court order. But reports say clashes are still happening, over 200 arrests made so far.
And the blame game for who's actually causing the violence.
Intense. Mamata Banerjee points to elements she says are from Bangladesh.
Okay.
While the BJP accuses her government of, quote, appeasing jihadists. It's a very, very strong language being used.
Yeah, those are serious charges. It highlights just how deep the mistrust runs.
And, it's not just about inter-party conflict. The analysis also mentions some internal issues within the BJP itself.
Oh, really? Like what?
Apparently some infighting in their Kolkata unit. Reports of ink-throwing incidents linked to disputes over district leadership posts resulted in some temporary expulsions.
So not entirely a united front there either, despite the external battles.
Well, despite that, the top leaders, people like Adhikari and Majumdar, are publicly calling for unity. They clearly see the need to get everyone on the same page for 2026.
Makes sense. Okay, looking ahead then, what are the key dates or events we should watch out for?
2 immediate ones mentioned. First, that Supreme Court hearing on the Waqf Act. That's set for April 17th.
So, very soon, that could be pivotal.
Absolutely. And second, the BJP's youth wing, the BJYM, they've planned a rally in Kolkata for April 19th.
And the theme?
The theme is Save Bengali Hindus, which, suggests they're continuing with this focus on religious identity and potentially polarization.
Right. So, bringing it all together, the overall picture from this analysis is what?
It's pretty clear. Kolkata's politics is becoming increasingly polarized along religious lines. The Waqf Act is a major catalyst, and the upcoming 2026 elections are amplifying everything.
Creating a volatile environment.
Exactly. The potential for further unrest seems quite real, according to this analysis.
Okay. So key takeaways for listeners. This Waqf Act is ground zero for a lot of the conflict. You've got stark political polarization, with TMC and BJP employing very different strategies.
Right. Plus, serious law and order challenges on the ground, some internal BJP dynamics playing out, and these upcoming events, the court hearing, the rally that could escalate things further.
It's all interconnected, isn't it? A real tangle of factors.
Yeah, it really is. Hopefully this gives folks a clearer, though condensed, view of what's a very fluid and, frankly, sensitive situation.
Definitely. And maybe a final thought to leave people with. Considering these deep divisions we've talked about based on this analysis, what might the long-term consequences be, for social harmony, for political stability in West Bengal, regardless of how the Waqf Act dispute ends or who wins in 2026? Something to ponder. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.